Do you believe that it's important to support small farming businesses? Supporting local farming communities is a very important part of our small town communities. I'm sure you've heard a lot of bad things about the farming community in general, but most of these bad things come from big industrialized farm plants. I decided to do an interview with my dad for a credibility source because he's been in the farming community since he was born, and for many generations before that, his family was in the farming community as well. So he's the perfect person for this interview. Farming has had a huge impact on my life, and I hope that this speech will help keep the classic family farm society intact. Today, I will be talking about how supporting your local farming industries can help yourself, your community, how you can be a part of the solution, and the results from your support. First of all, I would like to talk about why it's important to support small businesses and small farms in general. All small businesses are important, and they couldn't be possible without your community support. Farming is no exception. We have been seeing less and less people supporting small farms, and we have been seeing the consequences of that as well. Philip Gruber, through Lancaster Farming, did a research, and he found that in the US, since 2021, 6% of dairy farms we've lost 6% of dairy farms. And the dairy farms have actually gone in half since 2006. My dad states that in his class, almost everyone was on a dairy farm or a part of some sort of farming community, and now there's only about 1 or 2 in every class. And this is mostly because these small farms can't compete with the large farm industries. Because more and more people are buying from large industries because the cost is less, and it's usually because of convenience as well, because it is convenient to just go to the grocery store and get the cheapest option. But at these large industries, they're mostly overcrowded and they don't care about their animals the way small farmers do. Small farmers care about each and every one of their plants and animals alike. The Humane League in 2021 writes that most people don't actually know where their food is coming from when they buy from grocery stores or how the animals are being treated there at these farms. My dad states about how his wife, my mom, obviously, how she cares so much about her calves. It's like they're like her babies, and I've heard her say this too. She knows when they get sick, their ears get floppy, and they just don't act the same like rambunctious selves that they usually do. He also explains that his cows are like his friends. He knows their personalities, he knows when they are happy, when they want to be pet, and when they just want to be left alone as well. He states that in big industries, things like this don't happen because the people running it and the people owning the animals don't actually interfere with the animals very much because they have employees to do that for them. So they don't care as much, and the employees have no skin in the game, so they don't care about keeping the animals as healthy as they probably should. It's also very beneficial for ourselves and our bodies. It tastes better, and it's actually peak nutritional flavor and value as well. So that's also very important for ourselves. And now I will do a little survey of how the milk from my farm compares with the milk at school. This one is the school milk, and this one is the farm milk. Everybody, you guys can try it too while we wait.
That one tastes weird.
It tastes weird, like in what way?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Like just not as good?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can drink it before I come over.
What? No, it tastes fine.
This one tastes so weird.
I like the farm milk better.
The farm milk is better.
Yeah.
How about
I don't know
you?
which one it is.
This one is a school, this one is a farm.
Yeah, the farm milk.
Farm milk
Fresh.
is better. More fresh.
I like the farm one better. That tastes like water.
It tastes like water? Yeah, okay. Lucas?
This one's colder.
Colder.
Yeah, it's
Anything
better.
else?
That's it's richer.
Richer in flavor?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have as many I don't know how to explain it. Feels less chemically.
Less chemically, sure. Okay. All right, so now I would also like to explain that this is also true for meat products as well, beef, chicken, pork, etc. And farmers also get more profit for selling to their communities as well. because of this, I decided to get a research article from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Tara Dunker did this research, and she states that 10 cents of every dollar that that farmers sell to big corporations, like to sell to grocery stores and stuff, they only get 10 cents of every dollar. But when you sell directly to the consumer, you get 80 cents of every dollar. So that's a huge difference. There are endless reasons why farming is important and necessary for our future, and these were just a few. Secondly, I would like to describe how you can be a part of the solution. Your support is what will keep these farmers doing what they love most. Your biggest support, obviously, would be shopping locally. Even though it can sometimes be more expensive, it is well worth it for your community benefits, the economy benefits, and for your own benefits as well, keeping you healthier. Christina Elfrich-Rakovna states that supporting locally sourced food can actually help the economy immensely because of, like I said, the money keeps inside the community, so the economy grows inside the community, as well as they also provide a lot of jobs for inside the community as well. And even if you're more of an eating out person, you can help out a lot too. Buying and supporting from local businesses who support local farmers is another way to help support the farming industry. All you need to do is just change a few things, and that will actually change a lot for the small farmers around here. The University of New Hampshire, by Madison McCurdy, states that small farms don't use chemicals or harmful packaging either, so it also helps your body too because it doesn't have all of that gross chemicals and stuff like that, and it tastes better as well. Ben states that he hires a lot of high schoolers, and he hopes that one day this will hopefully help the high schoolers decide maybe to go into farming themselves. From the Farmers Market Coalition, they found out that for every $1 million revenue that small farms bring in, that's 32 jobs that they are hiring for, versus 10.5 jobs that big industries are hiring for every 1 million. The simple and easy solution to helping locally is just to support local farms. That's all you have to do, really. Just do your best to do that. Finally, I would like to emphasize on inaction. There will be more and more small farms who won't be able to make it if there is no change in the community's attitude towards small farming. I hope that you don't want to see the countryside turn into big factory-like farms, and you want to keep the family farm lifestyle intact. As stated before, in 17 years, the milk production has actually gone up a lot, but the amount of dairy farms has been cut in half, which means that more and more big industries are producing more and more milk, but the small farms like us aren't making it because people are buying from the big industries. Again, my dad states that anything can help more than you know. Even just stopping at farmer's market every once in a while and buying a few things will help a lot. All the good that can go into the farming, or all the good that you can put into the farming industry by shopping locally is well worth the maybe extra time and money that it might take to do so. Although some people have bad things to say about the farming industry, small farmers love their animals and love what they do so much. Like my dad always says, farming isn't a job, it's more of a lifestyle. Okay, any questions? Yeah?
What made you choose to do your speech on dairy farming?
What made me choose to do my speech on dairy farming? It's been a really important part of my life, and it's really impacted me in many ways. Yep.
You said dairy farming has impacted your life. In what ways?
In what ways has dairy farming impacted my life? I think it made me a harder worker and appreciate what I have more. Yeah.
What was the hardest and easiest speech this semester?
The hardest and easiest speech this semester the easiest was probably my last speech because it was on teaching and I want to be a teacher, so it was fun to research stuff about that. And the hardest was probably the first because it was the first speech. Yep.
People have a lot of bad things to say about farming. Why do you think this is?
People have a lot of bad things to say about farming. Why? I think because people see stuff that is out of context, say you're trying to pick up a cow with a skid loader or something. Well, if you don't pick up that cow, then it's gonna die. So that's I think it's just out of context. Yep.
Do you plan to farm when you get older?
Do I plan to farm when I get older? I don't really plan on it, but I mean, if it happens, I wouldn't be disappointed. Yeah.
Why don't more farmers sell directly to consumers?
Why don't more farmers sell directly to consumers? I think it's because it's harder, and it's a lot easier to just sell like to big companies who will just get it out faster than to try and like sell it yourself and get it to the consumers themselves.